Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel with me, Hi the Man. As we all know, Tyson Fury had his second comeback fight against Francisco Pianeta at Windsor Park on the Frampton Undercard. Tyson Fury of course came back in this fight so much better than he did in his previous fight against Francisco Pianeta. All the clowning around, all the messing about, the joking, the laughter, that he actually not paying attention to his oppo, he was focusing more on the crowd when the big fight. All that had gone for this fight, he knew he had to up his game after all these talks with Deontay Wilder for the next fight to happen in America. Fury had to come and show some class, and he had to win and actually show that he's actually decent enough to fight Deontay Wilder in his own backyard. Straight from the off, as Tyson Fury entered the ring, you can actually see the seriousness in his eyes. He wanted it. You could really see that he was up for it. He was ready, and he was ready to go to war to actually prove people that he's on his way back, and actually back with style. That being said, as the first bell sounded, Fury shot across the ring like a 100-meter sprinter towards Francisco Pianeta. Pianeta, being an old experienced head, decided he'd go circulate in the centre of the ring as Fury came into him to break that stride and get Fury to start to box. Fury started quite strong and really quite on fire. First round, he was up for it. He was up for it all fight and started to push, sitting behind the jab, and actually really starting to initiate himself and content himself in the fight. However, Fury was allowing himself to get walked down and allowing Francisco Pianeta to walk at him, marching towards the corners and towards other areas of the ring where Fury didn't really want to be, and not where the ideal place for a boxer to be, near the ropes. And quite often Pianeta pushed him towards the corners within the first opening rounds. And that's only when Pianeta started to unload. He won't seem to unload any punches or start throwing much until he got Fury into a corner where he saw a bit of Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay, he's formerly known as, in a corner with all the dodging, ducking, diving away from all of Pianeta's punches. Fury opened up, showing good speed, good agility, good dodging. He was able to throw a jab and sort of dodge back to avoid any sort of punches to be thrown by Pianeta, which he was sort of holding back. Pianeta looking for the bigger shots towards the head throughout most of the fight. Until the third round, where Fury actually took a heavy blow where he was against the ropes, and every time he was near the ropes in the middle of the ring, he was reaching back to hold the ropes one hand, throw a punch and pull himself back. And as he threw this punch, Pianeta came back with a left hand, very strong left hand, connected straight to Fury's face. But as Fury managed to pull himself back, took a lot of the sting out of the punch itself. So he managed to hold his own and really start to go through the gears and still sitting behind a jab, boxing smart, showing a little boxing brain and talent that he does have, with a bits of clowning around as well by the ropes, which really he should be knocking out if he wants to go more serious against Deontay Wilder. However, the fourth round, it was going through the gears. Pianeta was getting quite frustrated. He couldn't do much. He couldn't really hit Tyson. He landed a couple of blows, but nothing too significant or nothing in a way that can hurt Fury or bug him. So Pianeta starting to struggle now, getting quite frustrated, annoyed. And again, this is where he went more into a shadow and just tried to play a bit of a walking game and allowed himself to be a bit like your normal heavy bag and be hit. However, come round 6, Fury winning every single round. Pianeta, no threat, no danger, no nothing. Fury clearly ahead up to round 6 when the scorecards finally come up on the screens. Fury's winning 10-9 all the way through, unanimous, without a doubt. Fury comfortable, showing a very dominant performance and not really getting that many hits in return, but he was enough to get tagged a couple of times on the chin and get himself tagged a couple of times here and there where the lack of focus and the clowning around come into it. However, in round 6, it became quite head-on. Both guys sort of leaning into each other. Fury starting to put his weight on Pianeta, starting to try and wear him down that way. Physically, really break him down, using his weight and size advantage to really weigh Pianeta down and really hold him back from putting any punches, sort of rubbing each other's heads against each other. While doing that, Fury putting a couple of low body blows in, a couple here and there in the ribs and in the stomach, so Pianeta really just starts to break it down a bit. By the time round 7 comes around, starts off, Fury starts with a couple of punches, hits Pianeta quite low, seems to be about belt line. Pianeta started to milk it slightly, claiming it was a low blow. The ref classed it as a low blow to separate the fighters, gave Pianeta his time to get a bit of recovery in. But by this time you could see Pianeta was worn out. He was basically on the ropes, he was ragging, needed a bit of breather, and actually it worked out for Pianeta to get a bit more of a breather and take the pummeling that he was taking from Fury. Round 8 again, head on head, very close. Fury still pounding Pianeta's body. Fury still winning every round, 10-9 on the scorecards all the time, all the way through. Round 9, second to last round. It's only a 10 rounder, by the way, not your full 12. As I was expecting. All the other fights had their 12 rounds apart from that one. However, Fury looking good, strong, energetic, still looking like he just started this fight. Really had it comfortable. He was able to manipulate and move around a bit and really put Francisco Pianeta under pressure, laying on the jab and frustrating him just as Fury always does in his normal fights. And it was just working out superbly like that for Fury. Fury able to get in the corners when he got himself in the corners and walked down by Pianeta, able to put his head down and spin out the corners and spin out of danger and start throwing some punches back at Pianeta to push him back into the centre of the ring and carry on as such. Last round, 10th round, looked a bit slower than normal rounds. By this time Fury had already won. He was 10-9 up on the scorecards every single round. Fury clearly winning all the rounds and doing the work and showing it really. He was willing to throw punches and step back, throw and dodge, jab, step back, using his height, his reach advantage to the best that he can possibly do it, and evading all of Pianeta's other punches coming in at him. So no real danger there. So Fury just cruised through the rounds. At the end of the fight, announced that he wanted to take it easier. He wanted to get the rounds in because this is his second fight in only almost 3 years out of the ring. After the fight, an announcement of Fury winning on points on unanimous decision, 10-9 every single round. Fury taking every single round of the fight. Wilder kindly lent Fury his belt, his WBC belt, the parade around. Later Wilder got into the ring, they had their face-to-face, all that, and they've announced the next fight coming in the next couple of months, 2 months I believe. It's going to be November or December time, and it's going to happen in Las Vegas, Nevada, in America, where Tyson Fury will take on Deontay Wilder for the WBC heavyweight title, for the green strap around his waist, the only belt that Fury has never won. The fight will be shown on BT Sports box office, so this is a pay-per-view for Frank Warren and one of the biggest and best pay-per-views he's going to have for a very long time. It's going to be an awesome night. Can't wait until then, and we have to see a lot more improvements on Fury, otherwise this can go terribly wrong for him. Anyways, that's going to be all the news, and that is the full Tyson Fury fight. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.